Hey guys, happy Overdue Wednesday. How are we getting on? Yeah, it's been a while, eh? It's been quite a while. So, I'm brewing today. It's Tuesday. I've got a day off work, so thought I'd put a brew down while the kids are at school. Where have I been? Well, work has just been manic. Excuses, here we go. But funny, for the first time in my life, I've experienced insomnia. So I'm over it now, but I had 4 weeks of only getting between 3 to 4 hours sleep a night. Still working full time and trying to exercise full time as well. So yeah, it was a toughie. So all I really wanted to do when I got home from work and I finished a run and done everything I needed to do for the day was pretty well sleep. And then I couldn't sleep, and so I don't wish that on my worst enemy, actually. It was a bit of a nightmare, but whatever was troubling me is gone. I don't know what it was. To be honest, boys, life's pretty sweet at the moment. So, who knows? Who knows? Well, those top 2 inches, eh? Just don't know what's going on some days. Right, what have I got to talk about? Got a lot to cover. I have been brewing as well. I brewed up a double batch of my Pilsner Urquell clone. I hadn't brewed that in a long time, about 18 months, probably 2 years since the last time I brewed it. And today, this brew is a success. I have successfully brewed it so close to a Pilsner Urquell, I can't tell the difference. It's so boring and so commercialised, it's boring. How your taste change, eh? This beer was the reason I wanted to get into home brewing. This is the first beer I ever brewed, all grain wise, and I've been trying to perfect it over, it's taken me near on 5 years. I've nailed it. I have had a comparison bottle between it, and it is so close. It is so close and so boring. It is not funny. Now, 1 keg of dry hops, the other keg I haven't done anything to. This is the keg I haven't done anything to. So let me just down this. I'll pour another one, and we'll talk a little bit about it, eh? Can you hear that trickling in the background? It's not me with a urinal down here. I'm just doing the last of the vol off there of a beer. Now I've decided I clone my ass off. I do a lot of clone beers, and I'm quite happy with them. But I decided, I've got a good idea on the hops and flavours that I like, and I decided to brew my own IPA / pale ale. Flavour profile that I'm going for is herbal lemon citrus. I want this beer to be a beer that you want to drink while you're chucking an oyster or eating a flounder. Something that's I want a real lemon herbal bite to it, which will just set off a nice fresh seafood dish. So hence I've called this my Pale Whale. It's going to come out to be a 6.5%, 60 IBU beer. So quite a big beer, but I still feel I'll get some delicate lemon herbal notes in that to really balance a nice seafood dish. Hey, this is Mark 1. Normally it takes me about Mark 4 to 5 to really sort of nail it, I'd say. My hops that I'm using for it, I'll just tell you the hops I'm using. So it's Shirachi Ace. I struggle with that one. Jeez, I struggle. Citra, Simcoe, and Nelson Sauvin. So there we go. The reasons for using those, I'm getting my... Oh, shit. Hello, you're back. Technical difficulties. Right, we're happy again. The reason for using those hops, Shirachi Ace gives us a lemon balm herbal quality. Nelson Sauvin gives me a nice grape sour note. Citra, straight on sort of lemon, citrus flavours there. And same with Simcoe, sort of getting a more, trying to balance out those harshness of the Shirachi Ace. And I think the Shirachi Ace and the Nelson Sauvin are a bit sort of poles apart, so I'm hoping the Simcoe is going to help tie them all together. Same as the Citra. Who knows? About 390 grams of hops in total. There's a big dry hop as well. So wait and see with baby breath. That's going quite well, by the way. Yeah, happy days. Right. I'm pouring a beer here. You're just up top of my kegerator / beer fridge. All of September, I had off drinking. Oh, I don't hear it trickling anymore. Bear with me, fellas. Let me just check that out. I'll be right back with you. I'll pour a horrible beer there. One moment. Beautiful. Right. Happy with that. So I've got what I wanted out of that. 34 litres, because I'm just doing a single batch, because it's a test batch. And I'm a litre over, so that'll be good. So yeah, 35. So that's okay. I'm all good with that. Righty ho. Let's get to this beer. Jeez, I'm yabbering. Right, fellas. So this is the Pilsner Urquell. She's clear as. It's been. It has had 4 weeks. 4 weeks lagering. So before I get into that though, oh, can you see that a bit closer? Can you see the bubbles coming up there? It's looking good, eh? Lovely colour. Now I went dry September. For me, that's a good month for me to go dry because there's nothing really happening. And I was trying to lose a bit of weight as well. Struggle with losing weight. Anyway, so what did I do? I had the whole month of September off. I was running every week. I was running 30k every week. I'm still running 30k every week. Scales haven't changed. I've cut down what I'm eating. I am cutting down on what I'm drinking as well. Like I had the whole of September off. Didn't lose any weight. So I am being very mindful of what I'm drinking and everything like that. So I won't be drinking too much more after this one today. I'll have one more and that'll be about it. But cheers guys, that's the beer. It looks good, eh? So cheers. I'm getting quite sweet malt. This is 35, 36 IBUs, so it's not a big beer in the hop wise. Really all I'm getting off that nice pillowy head is the sweet malt. So I'll dive in here. So straight off the bat, it's crisp and it's dry. And that bitterness, the malt coming through, the Bohemian Pilsner, and that's what it is. It really, it hits the mark. It hits the mark. It is a bit boring though. I think I probably won't brew this again. Happy with it, and I think a lot of my mates who don't like the tropical bullshitty IPAs, which I like, will really enjoy this beer and drink it. I don't think I could brew enough of it for them really. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So I brewed a double batch. I brewed 46 litres of this. The starter I had to make for, I used a Pilsner Urquell strain, and over a course of a week I built that up to a 10 litre starter. So it was a massive starter, massive. For all my good work there, I had a great fermentation. I fermented this at 11 degrees the whole way. It took 3.5 weeks to ferment, and it fermented beautifully. So that tells me I pitched the right amount of yeast. I went down from a 1050 down to a 1009, so nice and dry. So that tells me I got my mash temp right as well, and my systems are all dialed in. I have brewed this. The first time I brewed it, I got down to a 10-14. Really too sweet. There's no sweetness in here at all. It's nice. Finishes nice and dry. Is what you want. Yeah, I think sort of this was a hard beer to make as your first all grain. I was happy with it. The first all grain was the best beer I ever made back then. But coming back, I wish I had a bottle to compare. Because it's totally different beers. A lot of mistakes in the first beer, a lot of errors, underpitched yeast would have been stressed out, all the rest of it. But we've get there in the end. 5 years of dedication to the craft. Yeah, I feel like I know all the tricks. Well, don't know all the tricks, but you know, it's so close to the original, it's not funny. So the original that we get in New Zealand, that I can compare it with, has travelled from Prague or wherever they brew it there. But it's, yeah, the closest I can get to anyway, and it's damn close. So I need to experiment now and change the hops around and see what else I can do with it. Right, that's enough about that, eh? That's enough about that. So yeah, brewing a Pilsner is quite hard work. It takes a long time. This has been 3 weeks in the fermenting and 4 weeks in the keg. So, and now she's good. So I have dry hop one keg, so it'll be interesting to see how that comes out and if it's a bit more alive, a bit more zingy. But what do we got here? So I'm very grateful to Grant Baker. He sent me this is part of their barrel age program in Wellington, and it's an Imperial Porter, around 13%. So I'm really keen to try this. It's probably a little bit cold, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to pour this out once I grab my bottle opener. Bear with me, people. Righty-ho. I'll grab a glass just in case she fizzes up here. Shouldn't do. Shouldn't do. So, oh, beautiful. Wow. Woohoo! Lucky me, lucky me. This might make me go to sleep this afternoon, being a 13%er. Righty-ho. Man, I'm getting some, monster nose off this. So there she is poured out. Thank you, Grant Baker. I really appreciate this. I'm looking forward to diving in here. Look at that head. You see that? Oh, I don't want to spill it. But she's dark tan head. Man, bourbon. I'm getting the wood. Slight tobacco notes. No, not really, but it's more with the wood and the bourbon. Just a beautiful aroma. Beautiful. It's just like yum. This is what you want to drink. You want to get one of these when you go to one of those big cigar clubs and you have a big cigar and you want one of these. Man, I can't get over the aroma of that. Yeah, bourbon and wood and tobacco and it's all mixed in lovely. Right, cheers guys. That barrel age program they do, what some amazing beers come out of there. Right, cheers. I don't even know where to begin. I'm getting a slight tobacco note, in a nice way. Again, the bourbon and the wood as well, following through. Coats the mouth. Man, there's a lot going on. Full-bodied, dark fruits, beautiful, beautiful. Getting obviously those roasted notes that you get, but this is far more complex than just the roasted notes. This is dark plum, dark fig, bourbon, tobacco, oak, but they're all balanced, you know. Smoky. Wow. I think I'm doing alright with my home brew. I think I'm doing alright. Beer's tasting pretty good. But then you have something like this, and you just think, man, a long way to go to get even close to what Grant is brewing. That is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, you know, that head's still staying around. It's just a nice cap on it. It's just beautiful. Hang on. Yum. I think I've pulled all the tasting notes I can out of that. Just going to recap on them. Smoky, slight tobacco, oak, bourbon, dark fruits, got figs, plum. It's just unctuous, full mouthfeel. Just leaves you going, wow, yum, and you just want to go back for more. It's a sipper, but that is delicious, man. Righty ho, I'm going to leave it at that, fellas. I've been rambling far too long, and I'll better get on with this brew day anyway. So, yep, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Sorry you've missed me. Sorry I've been real slack. I'll try to do better. Alright, fellas, take care. See you next time. Bye.